I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. No, no, I am a child of God. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm laughing because don't worry, I'm not going to change my career and become a singer. That's not my next career path. Um, you know, everything in your life happens for a reason. Yes, everything happens for a reason because God has a big plan for each and every one of us. And it's only with time that I am realizing that more and more and more. Even if you are in a very difficult situation right now, I want to encourage somebody that that situation that you are in, that you're going to come out of it. God is actually preparing you for something better. Yes, he's actually preparing you for something better. But I know it is very difficult to see that right now. It is so difficult to see that right now. I remember when I was laid off, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. People would tell me that, when one door closes, another much better door opens. And I used to scoff at them and I just think, don't you understand what I am going through? My life is over. What am I going to do? And I'll be crying, lamenting, just worried so much about what I'm going to eat, how I'm going to pay my bills and all these things. And my world, as far as I was concerned, was over then. And I cannot see I couldn't see how it could get better. And to be honest, in my career of 30 plus years, I have been laid off more than once, multiple times in fact. I have been laid off many times, and I do the same thing every single time. I panic, I worry, I run in and I start looking for work, and I just trying to just keep that work mode going, worrying about my bills and everything like that. Lamenting that my world is over, just, to anybody that would listen to me. And last month, I am out in Germany. Last month, I got laid off again. And to be honest, I truly believe that it is the best thing that happened again. And I want to tell you about 10 years ago when I got laid off. And I had moved from UK to Belgium. I was in a job that came with a high salary and expat perks. And for me, that job was in the packaging itself was perfect. But the job itself, day to day, was, I can say now, the worst job that I have been in or I had been in. It was very stressful. I was constantly on burnout mode. I was constantly working overtime. I was constantly feeling unappreciated. I was constantly not getting what I deserved. Never got promotion, never got recognized, but I would work so hard and yet I did not see any recognition. And the only thing that kept me in that job was, don't worry, you're getting a good salary and you're getting perks. And that was the only thing that kept me going in the job. Even though physically I was drained, I was tired all the time, I was so unwell, I would just work all the time. I wanted to give up, but I couldn't give up. No matter which way I turned, I didn't see any way out because I focused so much on the perks, thinking it was the best I could do. And after about 5 years or so, I remember a new manager was hired. And now I believe that manager was hired to get rid of me. He was hired to get rid of me, but I tried everything to stay, even though I was very unhappy. I tried everything to stay, even though I was unhappy. And Chamaya suffered. Why do we like suffering? When things are just not working the way we expect it, or it is not serving us, we're just trying to put more effort, hoping that the more effort we put in, we're going to see better results. And just not realizing that sometimes we have to let go. We have to let go of the bad for the good to start coming into our lives, for us to start really succeeding. And we just don't realize that staying in a place where it is toxic, you are not feeling appreciated, that things are not working, you are very unhappy, that just slams every good doors shut. Why is it that we don't realize that? Why is it that we don't realize that? And well, I know when you're in that situation, it's very difficult to see. So that's why I'm hoping that if you are somebody in a situation like that, I want you to be inspired that there is a better door to open. You can do better. There is a better life for you outside of that toxic job, outside of that job where you are not recognized, where you are not promoted, where your worth is not realized. You can do better, and it's better to just get out. I didn't get out. I stayed, I stayed and stayed and stayed until I was thrown out. Literally, I was thrown out the door. And I was the only one responsible for allowing that to happen. And I think back to it, the manager, I would call him, 4 foot, nonsense guy. He was this high, he just came in, and within a matter of months, I was fired, or I was laid off because of whatever he made up that couldn't be proven, but I had no legs to stand on, because now I see that it was planned, it was always going to happen. It was just a matter of when will they do it. He came in, I think around September. By December, I was already out of the door, on my way out of the door. That's how fast it happens. And I was unprepared. And I remember when I lost my job, I cried. I cried for days, weeks, even months. And because of that negativity I brought on myself, that negativity I brought on myself, I couldn't see a better way to really start to thrive, to enjoy myself, to look for something better. And it took me months to get another job. It took me, I think, about 9 months to get, the job I moved to Germany for. And I think that we place so much importance on our 9 to 5, far above ourselves, sometimes our families, and that is not good at all. It's not good at all, because like I said earlier, it could prevent us, or it prevents us from a better opportunity, a better job where we can be appreciated, or even going into business for ourselves. And we are also stopping what God has planned for us. We're putting it on pause. We're kind of like putting the perfect life that God has set out for us on pause because we are just struggling to make perfect something that is imperfect in our jobs. So I remember, they got rid of me and I tried everything. But, once a company decides that you're going to go. There's no discussion, no matter how nice they are, there's no discussion. And I learned a very, very harsh lesson of giving everything to a job. And once I changed jobs, and I can honestly say that the job I got in Germany, I would say was probably the best job I have had. The people were good. The managers I had has been really, really good. And when I got laid off this time, so last month I got laid off from my job in Germany, I felt for a moment, because it wasn't the time that I had planned, I had set my life out and I said, I'm going to do A, B, C, D. Because it wasn't in my time, again, I was so focused on what I had planned and not on the plan that God has for my life. For a minute, I was disappointed. But now on reflection, that job in Belgium, God had a better plan for me to come to Germany. And now he has a bigger plan for me, because when I got laid off, what I have received or what I am getting, plus the realization of what I can do, is so much better. So much better. So much better. And it's making me think about other possibilities, other opportunities, things that I can do with my life, rather than getting into that mood again of, gotta get a job. So I just wanted to share with you, and I hope that you are inspired. If you are in a similar situation, i.e. it could be that you just got laid off or you got fired, I just want you to know that truly, honestly, it could be the start of something great for you. If only you could think about opportunities, things that you can do, and don't put your energy into thinking about that job, hating on that job and what they did and who did what to you. Don't waste your energy on that. Instead, use that energy to think about what is the next path you want to take. What do you want to do? What have you always wanted to do? And start to strategize, to think about what you're going to do next. That energy will be better spent doing something for you, instead of wasting it crying and lamenting over a job where you got laid off from. It's not worth it at all. Even if it's the greatest job, it's not worth it. I have come to realize that this second time round, being laid off, the beauty of reflecting. And this is one of the things I got from my job. Time to reflect on what I want to do next. And this time is so precious, because you are much calmer and you can make much better decisions about what you want to do next. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share. And I'm not going to sing an outro, but I just wanted to share this. So I hope that you are inspired to really put God first, focus on God, and just ask for his guidance. I know I've said this before, but he has much greater plans for each and every one of us. And we have got to realize that the people I got to know in my job whilst in Germany the last 8 years, the people I have met, the opportunities I have had outside of work, I don't think I could have had that if I was still in Belgium, to be honest, because the trauma in Belgium was burnt out run down. I always looked a mess. I remember my one of the VP, the manager of a department, one time meeting me in the corridor and saying, you know, are you okay? Because you look a bit run down. I mean, she didn't use the word run down, but she said, are you okay? Because you look, yeah, I looked scattered and I looked a mess because I just couldn't find time to be me. And yet every day I would go back to that job. I would work overtime. I would just give it everything. And then to top it all off, to be lamenting and crying and on a job that was not even suitable for me, that was not serving me, and I still cried when I was laid off. Sometimes us human beings can be crazy. We can be crazy at times, you know. We are not leaving ourselves. So the door opens and shuts for us. And instead of us to see the opportunity that presents itself, we just waste energy crying about a closed door. So I want to inspire you. Don't do what I did 10 years ago. Don't do what I did 10 years ago. Take the opportunity, grab it with both hands, and put yourself in the center picture and start to strategize about your life, what you're going to do next. Don't focus on the lost job. It's already gone. It's already gone. So I'm going to be sharing lots more about my experience. So I hope that you come back, you tune back in. See you in the next video. For now, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.